This is the Windows Registry. It controls almost everything on your PC. Startup programs, app settings, system behavior, even what your right-click menu shows. And today we are going to read it, write to it, and delete from it using nothing but C#. No third-party libraries. No admin tricks. Just pure .NET code that most developers do not even know exists. Let us get into it. Here is what we are building today. A simple WinForms app with 3 buttons. One to read a registry value. One to write a new value. And one to delete it. It sounds simple, but what you are going to learn is actually massive. Once you understand how to work with the registry in C#, you can build apps that remember settings between sessions, launch at Windows startup automatically, store license keys, change system behavior, and a whole lot more. And the best part? It takes less than 50 lines of code. Let us start building. Open Visual Studio and create a new Windows Forms app project. Make sure you are targeting .NET 6 or higher. Name the project Registry Hack and hit Create. Now drop 3 buttons onto the form. Label them Read Value, Write Value, and Delete Value. Also add a text box at the top so we can display results. Arrange them however you like. The UI does not have to be fancy for this one because we are focused on what happens under the hood. Now double-click each button to generate the click event handlers and we are ready to write the actual code. At the top of your form class, add this using statement. That single line gives you access to everything we need. Now in your Read Value button click event, write this code. So what is happening here? Registry. Current user gives us access to the key_current_user hive, which is the safest place to read and write for regular apps because it does not require admin permissions. We open a subkey called software_my_app and then ask for a value called username. If the key does not exist, we just show a message. The using block is important here because registry keys are unmanaged resources and we need to close them properly. This is something a lot of beginners miss and it can cause issues in longer running apps. Can you guess what happens if you skip that using block? Let me know in the comments. Now for the right button. This is the part that really starts to feel illegal. We are about to create a real entry inside your Windows registry from scratch using C#. Here is the code. Notice we are using CreateSubKey this time instead of OpenSubKey. CreateSubKey will create the key if it does not exist, or open it if it already does. That makes it perfect for first-time setup scenarios. SetValue writes a string entry called username with the value #user. Now run the app, click Write Value, then open your actual Windows Registry editor by pressing Windows+R and typing regedit. Navigate to the_current_user, then Software, then My App. And there it is. Your key. Created by your C# app. That is genuinely one of those moments where it clicks just how much control C# gives you over Windows. Now let us handle the delete button. We will give ourselves two options here. Delete just the value, or delete the entire key. For now we will delete the value. Notice the second parameter in OpenSubKey is set to true. That means we are opening the key with write access. Without that, the key opens as read-only and you will get an exception when you try to delete. The false in DeleteValue means do not throw an error if the value does not exist. That is a nice safety net. Go ahead and run this, click delete, then go back to regedit and refresh. The value is gone. And if you wanted to delete the entire key instead of just one value, you would use Registry.CurrentUser, DeleteSubKey and pass the full path. Now here is a little bonus that I know you are going to love. I teased this in the series intro and now you can actually do it yourself. Want to make your app launch every time Windows starts? Here is the exact registry key that controls that. That is it. That single key_current_user is what Windows reads every time it boots to decide what applications to launch automatically. And now your app is on that list. You can verify it in Task Manager under the Startup tab. To remove it, just delete the value using the same pattern we learned a minute ago. This is genuinely how a lot of real production software handles startup registration. Skype does it. Spotify does it. And now your C# app does it too. Which app would you build that needs to run at startup? Drop it in the comments below. And that is how you read, write, and delete from the Windows Registry using C#. We covered the main hives, how to open keys safely with using blocks, how to read and write string values, how to delete entries cleanly, and how to register your app to launch at Windows Startup. This is one of those skills that opens a lot of doors once you have it. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button because it genuinely helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you are new so you do not miss the next video in this series. And let me know in the comments what you want to build next with this. I will see you in the next one.